So the menu in Cinema 4D does a pretty good job of organizing objects and different types of objects that we're going to be using. But let's just quickly go over some of the more common ones. So this cube icon, this is the primitives menu, which contains all of these various shapes which we are going to be accessing at some point, or types of shapes. So the cube is going to come up a lot. The plane, which is often used as a floor. We have the splines, which are all to do with drawing, different paths like this. There will be a whole section on that in more detail. And, we can draw our own splines, or we can use these presets, which again will come up at various points throughout the class. This section here is called the subdiv menu, or at least that's what I refer to it as. It used to be called the hypernerbs menu. That's what this object used to be called. So how it works in Cinema 4D is that there is an icon here which, if you hold left click over it, it shows you the other tools underneath that menu, and that menu tends to be named based on the first one. So that's why this is the subdiv menu. This is the NURBS menu, which it's called that because all of these things here used to have the word NURBS next to them in older versions of Cinema 4D. So you had extrude NURBS, lathe NURBS, loft NURBS, and sweep. And these tools here are all used in conjunction with splines. It's a way we turn splines into geometry, right? So that's what this section is all about. Next up, we have the MoGraph menu, which is one of the larger ones. You have your cloner object in here, or your MoText, probably the two most common objects in this menu, and the various effectors related to MoGraph objects. So this is going to come up quite a lot. We have the fields menu, which is a newer introduction in later versions of Cinema 4D. This didn't used to be there. And then we have deformers, which as the name suggests, various deformers which can be applied to objects or geometry. And then cameras, that's pretty straightforward. This is the cameras menu, and the lights. So all of these will be used at some point throughout the class. I just wanted to quickly highlight how they are organized and how you find them. So some of these things we have just seen here will also be part of this main menu up here. So MoGraph, for example, we have it here again with the various MoGraph objects and the effectors in a side submenu, and then as well as other tools which couldn't fit in here. So it's not just these icon menus that we are going to be accessing, but also these other menus up here. So I don't want to spend too much time on it, just because we are going to be accessing this throughout the class anyway, and naturally just by using Cinema 4D you will over time become more familiar with where all of these things and various objects are located anyway.